Kinfolk, what's happening? You know what it is, what it was, and what it always will be. This is the Black Owned Podcast. I am your host, the main man with the game plan. The game plan ain't the same plan. I've been a major figure since I was baby pictures. Janice's oldest boy, Sincere, is in the building, and I got my co-host with me.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Peaches. Y'all know I'm here.
Hey, look, y'all see we matching? We didn't even plan this. We didn't even talk to each other before. Look at this.
We got on here in uniform of the day on
You
these.
hear me? You know what I'm saying? Talk to them.
The uniform
Talk
of the day.
to them. You hear me? We got something good lined up for y'all today, man. We're gonna be talking about this movie, Monsters. A very good movie. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, please do when you get a little bit of time. Trust me, it's worth the watch. But before we get into that, man, I got a couple things I need to, get off my chest. You know what I'm saying? First of all, shout out to the IOW podcast. Because them my kinfolk over there. They had their sports show today. I tried to, go in there and show them some love. Mar tried to ball. He tried to block me, Peach.
Really?
Mar tried to block me, man. Then he gonna tell me he want me to watch hockey. Come on, man. Who doing that? Ain't nobody about to watch no hockey.
Snagging tooth.
Yo, sit your big bare ass down. Ain't nobody about to watch no damn hockey, boy. You know what I'm saying? Also, today's show is sponsored by Crown Royal Vanilla. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all have to excuse me. You know what I mean? Yeah. Facts. Hey, another thing I wanted to kind of just, point out, talk about real quick, Kyrie Irving. You heard about what's going on with Kyrie?
I haven't.
Kyrie is like Gandhi right now. Yeah, Kyrie is like, man, I ain't even really interested in y'all talking to me about basketball. You know what I mean? When we got all this other stuff going on in the world. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like he's on another level right now. It's kind of cool to see him, talk about it, but the media make it seem like he's losing his mind or something, like he going crazy.
Of course, because they have to paint that picture. Number one, he's a known player. He has a spotlight. So and he can get a following.
Yeah.
Of course, they're gonna insinuate that he has some type of mental health issues, which they have started once they seen the change in him. I don't know if y'all remember, like they was like, he not part of the team, he not showing up, he don't want to play.
Right.
We can expect it. They knew, they saw this coming, they prepared for it, so they tried to rock us.
Yeah. But and you know what I'm saying, and Kyrie always been a different, kind of dude. So it's not too far fetched, from just who he is generally, but just now he making it real, kind of a point that, when he speaks to the media or whatever, he lets them know, hey, there's more important things in the world going on or whatever. I don't really have no problem with it. But like I said, they're going to paint this picture or whatever. And, and he's a mental health advocate, this being mental health month. You know what I'm saying? He's the one that advocates for any type of mental health awareness. So, shout out to Kyrie, man, and what he's doing. I'm gonna start calling him Condi. You know what I'm saying? From here on out, call him Condi.
You know who I thought was going down that path too, though? And he's not an athlete, but a rapper, J. Cole. You see how he transferred? But his CD go hard. You heard
that CD extra hard, bro. That CD is bad, bro. That's grown man rap right there, bro.
Okay, I thought he was going to see the king. I know that's still in there.
You hear me? You know what I'm saying? But hey, that joint go hard, man. If y'all haven't heard that, y'all need to make sure y'all make that a priority. That J. Cole is banging. I can listen to that all the way through. That's all he ever make though. He got at least 2 certified classics under his belt.
Yeah, but
at least
not the last one, the one before last.
The one before that, yeah. Mm-hmm.
One of them was trash, not the one with them, but the snakes and stuff. But the one after that, like I
know what you're talking about. Yeah. I can't even remember what the name of that one is. That
other one with somebody.
Yeah, the one where he had. I think it was his first one. We had no collabs, no guests. Yeah, that is a classic. You know what I'm saying? So J. Cole knocking them out, man. Yeah. Another thing, Joe Rogan. I don't know if you heard about Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan on his podcast said something about the woke culture, and it's a culture that may cause there to be a point where straight white men are silenced. I like Joe Rogan. I like his show. I like his podcast and everything. But when you talk about tone deaf, Like, come on, bro. Joe Rogan. Straight white men have had the podium since the inception of this
Exactly.
country. So what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? But
Be off the mark. I
yeah,
mean, I feel like when that statement was to get them to kind of go back to January the 5th. You know, hey, they trying to shut y'all up. Y'all need
yeah,
to show up and show the fuck out, you know, type of
yeah.
thing. But it's like I don't know who that is, so I don't know what his meaning was behind that or
You
whatever.
know, and that's the thing. There was a show where I think it was I can't remember who it was, but they were talking about cancel culture and how we come up on, somebody say something, we don't like or that goes against the grain and we just cancel them.
Cancel
And I'm
them.
not an advocate. I'm not an advocate for that. You know what I'm
Black
saying?
Twitter be on them, boy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And like, because, I tell people all the time, you know what I'm saying? I don't like Candace Owens, but every now and then she drop a jewel. You know what I'm saying? So I don't necessarily subscribe to the cancel culture, but I just think, for somebody like Joe Rogan, to say like that, straight white men, of course, uh, means that he would believe that, anybody involved in the LGBT community and who's not white would have a word that is above his own, and that's absolutely ridiculous to think, even in 2021. Like I
He's
said,
scared.
the podium was solely the possession of straight white men for many hundreds of years, and now because you might have to share that podium, you
Yeah,
feel like an injustice is being served, and that's not necessarily the case. So,
yeah,
Joe Rogan, I would implore you, homie, to kind of, check yourself on that. You might want to go back and check the stats. You a little bit out of line on that.
yeah.
Speaking of Palestine and Israel, you've been keeping up with that?
Yeah,
Give me the audio.
and I have like mixed feelings about it,
Talk to
especially
me.
just the whole America, the Big Brother, do some shit type of thing.
Mhm.
It's cool when there was not a lot of it's always going to be violence. Stay in a holy war for one.
Right.
But I feel like we need to play our motherfucking business. You know what I mean? Like, stop running over there. Your whole our backyard on fire. America's on fire.
Yeah.
It's, and so like my thing with that is, get out them people business. When it's come for some foreign exchanges and to make some money or whatever, we ain't included in that. That shit,
Right.
oh,
Right.
he blew up my mosque. Like now, oh shit, y'all go call your brother.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
get beat and pushed off my bike. Don't do shit. Come in the house and go get Eric. Hey, this little girl around the corner just pushed me off my bike. Now he gotta go fight. Man, get the fuck out of here.
It don't make, you know what I'm saying? And just like you said, we know that the history behind, Palestine and Israel in particular goes
Biblical.
back, thousands of years, you know what I mean? And and Israel was not even considered a country until 1948. They were not even considered a nation until 1948. And given land basically that was stole from the Palestinians via the American government. So you can see how we've definitely overstepped our boundaries in even that case, and everything involved with Israel, we want to put our hands to it. I seen that Joe Biden says that he hopes to see a ceasefire, but at the same time, word is, and don't quote me on this because I didn't get a chance to go check it out, but that we sent several $1,000s worth of firearms and
ammo,
defense and ammo stuff to them, since then. I mean, so it's just it's ridiculous. Israel has taken over so much of that land since 1948. If you look at the difference between then, where Palestine was mostly in control of that, and now you'll see that there's a lot
they
to be upset about. And they went into these people's mosques and was shooting inside the mosque. If Palestine would go into a Catholic church and start shooting, America would drop bombs immediately.
We got to mind our business. We already this man hands is full. He got to deal with the border stuff. He's dealing with the kids at the border.
Right.
COVID. This depression that we're gonna go in. He keep trying to put a band-aid on something. You know, you keep throwing money at a problem, and you're I feel like you throwing money at it is only making the situation more dire. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
For
Yeah. I agree.
instance, like these people not going to work because they making more money than they ever made in their life. You know, like
Right.
you keep throwing money. Now here you go, want to do 2 more stimulus checks and front load this and that. Like, you know, and McDonald's paying $18.
You hear me?
I tell you what, I need to look at my motherfucking PD because I need a raise. You know, but you know, this is like just anything that we can go. Like I was talking about, like your boy Matt Gaetz. You know,
Yeah.
that one right there. Like I done got it in my pick, but you know, y'all know who Matt Gaetz was or whatever. That was the one who said his family was being extorted for $25 million or whatever. That's caught in the sex scandal. They trying to say he had sex with the 17-year-old girl, the sex trafficking charges, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not even gonna talk about him. I'm talking about his homeboy, Joel Greenberg.
Mm-hmm.
You know, these motherfuckers be showing their ass. You get a couple dollars or whatever. And a power, and I feel like it's untouchable. Like this sex trafficking and this child trafficking stuff, I feel like it's just like the Black Lives Matter stuff. This stuff has been taking place for years or whatever. I guess messing with kids probably has been something that a privileged man could do. That was a desire of his, you know.
Right.
I want to say it's a you know what, penis thing or whatever, because I watch Pornhub, so some of them got them.
Cheers to that.
Yeah, but you know, the thing is, his homeboy, Joel Greenberg, that was the one that got the charges. All the charges, they dropped 27 of them, but he still got 6, and he was on probation. You know, he came out and he said that at Trump's that Matt Gaetz was the featured speaker at that Trump Defender Gala back in 2019. Mm-hmm. And he said after the gala, you know, they had an escort. Now the escort was rolling up lines, and they did lines of cocaine, right?
Hell no.
Yeah. On top of that, they had sex. They got into a sex. They say he was buying sex from her, this and that. And right. On top of that, these boys so goddamn led raw. They gave her a job that a $3,500 job for government, like social media job for whatever was going on. It's it never took place. So pretty much they gave her, the government paid for them some ass and some cocaine, you know, like no. You know, that's just what it is. But the gag is, this is his boy. You know, if y'all don't know, I keep saying that he is the outside of Orlando. Hold on, what is it called? He was the county tax collector, but for Seminole County. Yeah. And he had sex. He got charged a lot of things. This monkey did sex trafficking, fake ID, identity theft, wire fraud, stalking, conspiracy, and a conspiracy to commit a crime against the U.S. This is the one that's supposed to be cooperating with the Matt Gaetz thing. He goes to trial on Monday, right? Mm-hmm. On top of that, you know, it's a money thing. It's an ego thing. You know, his wife left him. Oh yeah. Do y'all know he violated his parole? Like he was out on house arrest or whatever, and he went and drove 100 and some miles to his wife mama house. When he showed up, the wife mama got scared and called the police. Kind of find out. What? Yeah, so when the police came and they figured out who he was or whatever, they couldn't get in touch with his probation officer. But ultimately, you know, it was a Sunday. They picked him up and he went to jail. Now he's facing 12 years right now. But you know, white privilege is a mug, so that's yet to see. But yeah, he finna turn. You know, they put that time off his head. They done revoked his he gotta stay in jail the whole time while he going to court. Oh, he bringing down everybody. You know he gonna tell. You out of here. That's what I be talking about. I tell you, ain't no, these boys ain't loyal. You gotta at all. These days you gotta do your dirt by your damn self. But the girl, you pressure bust pipes. Yeah. And then on top of that, the thing that Matt Gaetz is accused of is having sex trafficking with that 17-year-old girl, where he paid her to have sex with him and some other guys, but they ain't named the other guys. But being that it was a Republican, Trump defender gala, it was some people, what they call it, they was having, after you a frat boy, how we say when black boys do stuff, they're thugs or whatever, gangsters or whatever. When white privilege do stuff, it's called frat behavior. What happens when you become a middle-aged white man and you still partaking in
this ain't no frat boy behavior,
activities, like that was one of them.
That's crazy.
And the second thing is
interception. We going back to the house.
We going back to the house. Take it to the house.
It's a pick 6 interception on the play. You hear me?
You know what? And I just thought about it. I'm gonna leave that where it is or whatever. So
how about this, Mar? What's going on, man? I was telling Peaches earlier, man, how you was trying to get me on some fugazi to start watching hockey or whatever like that, man. I don't know what you talking about. Ain't nobody gonna be watching no hockey, brother. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, you like it, enjoy yourself, but don't be trying to get me over to the dark side. You hear me?
What is actually the routine for watching hockey? Do you
watch that? You know what I'm saying? And you know what I do? You know what I do for you, Mar? I watch some highlights. That's what I do. I watch the highlights for you, brother. You know what I'm talking about? That's what I do. Hockey is not what's up. You forgot a word. Look at this nigga. Look at this nigga right here. You hear me?
Get culture.
All right. So did you happen to hear about
knocked out
this back and forth between Kwame Brown and all of them?
Barnes and bruh. Hey, he riding their ass like Seabiscuit. The only thing you got is about basketball.
Somebody get Kwame Brown on the phone, bro.
Yo, he said your whole life. What he call? What's her name with the good hair? Becky with the good hair.
Becky, bruh. Hey, and then he said, "You talk about my mama's son." That he is hilarious, bro. Somebody need to get this dude on TV, man. He wants facts. Kwame Brown want all the smoke, bro. He been killing these boys, man. It is so funny to watch.
It ain't a lot of times that we feel like Stephen A. and them stepped in some shit. They stepped in the King Corso boo boo.
Yo, okay. Crazy. Oh man, that is hilarious. But what I wanted to say about it is, if you seen the last one, in between them jokes, Kwame be kicking some facts though. He be kicking some real knowledge. He was the last one I seen after Matt Barnes invited him to the show, and he said no, I ain't coming to your show now. I wanted to come to your show. You said you know what I'm saying, like my following wasn't big enough or something like that, blah blah blah. Now you want me to come to the show. Speaking of following, the day it happened, I went to his Instagram. He had less than 10,000 followers. I went to his Instagram today. He got 72,000 and some change.
God damn.
Yeah. So
he riding like Seabiscuit, boy.
Yeah, he up right now. Yeah.
Boys up 1,000.
Facts, you know what I'm saying? But here's the thing, couple things that kind of made me think, and it's going to go along with what we're going to talk about when we talk about the movie Monster. He said, what y'all are forgetting is, when I came into the league, do y'all know where Kwame Brown is from?
I just remember that Michael Jordan.
Kwame Brown is from Brunswick, Georgia. He went to Glenn Academy. It is the country. My uncle lives there. It is the country. I remember when they were talking about him going number one. I remember telling my uncle even then, I don't think this dude should come out. I think the number one going to kill him because he just not going to be ready mentally. He not going to be ready for that type of pressure. You know what I'm saying? The type of pressure that comes along with being a number one pick. What up, Dane? Dane, we talk about Kwame and Matt Barnes and them going back and forth. But I remember telling my uncle, I was like, man, I don't think he's gonna be like mentally ready to deal with, you know what I'm saying?
What come with that?
What comes with that? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Plus, I don't know if the competition that he was playing in little ass Brunswick, Georgia, was going to be equal to what he would step right into in the NBA.
The big leagues. You going to the big leagues.
You going to the big league. You playing against grown men. Right.
Yeah, you gotta tie the shoes all the way up to the little shoe.
Right. You hear me? You hear me? Yeah, hey, Dave, you right. Classic, bro. That somebody need to get that boy a show. He is on it. You hear me? But what he said was, y'all don't realize that y'all was taking shots at an 18-year-old boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though, you know what I'm saying, the boy was like 7 feet, and you know what I'm saying, and all that, he still was he still was a child. You know what I'm saying? And we was killing him because he wasn't, you know what I'm saying, what we consider a first pick should be. And even he said that. He was like, y'all was talking about an 18-year-old boy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure that
in his spare time though.
What are you doing in his spare time?
Back of the bus.
He must have been writing them jokes, bull. He must have been writing them jokes for 20 years. Just like one day, I'm gonna be able to just get all this off, and he is letting it ride right now. You hear me?
Yeah.
So yeah, but that speaks to, again, like I said, what we're going to talk about with the movie of how we look, but how people look at black boys and still see them as adults. You know what I'm saying? Just because of their physical presence. You know what I mean? Especially when you're talking about somebody that's a 7-foot NBA player. But yeah, man, that Kwame Brown stuff, man, that's classic, bro. It's classic, and he went up.
One more, we gotta talk.
What up?
That goddamn Joe Buttons and old girl.
Oh, an old girl.
Yeah, you know she accused when they did the video and accused him of sexual harassment.
No, ma'am, I did not. I missed that.
The thing about the Migos.
No, I was talking about the thing. You know he blew the whole fucking spot up on his podcast.
Talking about and fired him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, this girl, she got a
Mel. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, Mel.
Yeah. About time. We didn't have them for how long? Mine just came in the mail like last week.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I don't want to. You know what I'm talking about? I play too much.
See, this how y'all know we don't be talking. We logged on today, and both of us was dressed just alike.
Yeah, you hear me?
And now we text about talking about Joe Buttons, and his ass, his name, his goddamn ears got to be ringing because we on two different things or whatever. But my thing was I didn't take the notes because I thought this is what you was talking about. I was gonna piggyback, but she went live and she was saying why she left her show. She's a podcast that's under his network, right?
Right.
And I watched it or whatever, and he was saying, like, she blinked out the part where he was like, you know, me and you need to connect. You're the only one that I don't have a personal connection with or whatever. We don't talk or text outside of this or whatever. You know, she like, oh, you know, this. Next thing he was like, yeah, because I've been wanting to F you for a minute now.
Bruh.
She ain't mad it though. Yeah, she said he said it twice. Or whatever. She said that for fear of you know, bringing down the tone of the show, she laughed at everything and she went along with it. Now at the end, them two ended up like reaching in for the hug, and he fake humped her like twice, right?
Get out of here.
Yeah, she quit or whatever, and this happened like 3 months ago, and then she came back with this long things. I think that she's been you know, the shit doesn't air. You know, and I don't want to, I have MST. So I don't want to say that she's saying that it's bothering her. She can't sleep. You know, she had to talk to her daughter because he crossed a line and she allowed him to cross that line. And, you know, some standards has to be set. You know, I feel like when we get on these shows or whatever, y'all get me. You know, I ain't gonna do no faking. You know, that's like the uniqueness of podcasts because we're unfiltered for real, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm going to say what I want to say. Number one. Number two, she got him like me. Like, so I know if I ain't checking for a dude and he say one thing, I ain't gonna ha ha ha. And then you say you been trying to F me, like, boy, if you don't move around and I'm talking fast, pretty much everything he built up the momentum to the hug. She laughed. She never looked uncomfortable. One of the other co-hosts stamped what he was saying when he was like, yeah, I've been wanting to F you since we met. And the girl was like, well, that's true, And then even after all of these advances, and you felt like you was uncomfortable, you still got up and hugged them at the end. It's just I can't take nothing away from her, but this shit just ain't seeming right. Now 3 months later, you got to talk to your daughter or whatever. Teaching people, time I need to teach her to speak up to herself or whatever, right? You put a line in the sand, and once a motherfucker cross it, you kick their ass back over,
Right.
And that man got a lot of money. He can go buy some ass. You know what I mean?
Facts. Which he has.
So, if you shot him down and embarrassed him or whatever the case may be, you wouldn't have had to, and this is being recorded. The whole thing is being recorded.
Yeah.
So if he felt like on camera, like I can be out some millions of dollars, he kept going. She kept laughing. She kept kicking, to keep the show momentum. Motherfucker, you get recording him. He ain't finna violate if he don't feel like it's welcome. Not when you got some money. And then I look at it on the other side where, this motherfucker done been in rehab. He kicked Tahiri down some stairs, pushed her down some stairs.
Right.
Fought seeing Santana. The baby mama said they had domestic issues or whatever. He denied all of that. So I don't know if he maybe was high, because he dabbled in a little of this, a little of that, or what. But I'm not making an excuse for him or whatever. But what I'm doing and saying is, we got to set a standard. And if you go on every week and you you lie, you this and this and this, I'm not saying that won't happen or you won't get violated because I've been violated or whatever. But you gotta set a standard. You never. I'm wondering if her dude saw it or whatever. Now you gotta come out. You quit your show because your dude done heard you getting violated and funking and kicking in this nigga face that's telling you he want to fuck you. So now it's a problem. You gotta face that. You finna get checked behind this or whatever. Oh, the world see it. Oh, wait a minute. I was just bullshit. Like that ain't what happened. Like I don't want to make speculations because you make an ass out of yourself. But it's so much that goes into that. Just like with this thing in Toledo where I put my foot in my mouth.
Oh yeah, right.
The girl
but Joe is wilding. And Joe, first of all, Joe is. I thought that it was common knowledge that Joe got like some type of mental health issue. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. So
that don't excuse his behavior.
Right. I mean, it to an extent, but with this thing that he did with Rory and Maul, and these are people that's supposed to be his friends. Maul, he's known for double-digit years. You know what I'm saying, and then Rory, he's known for like 7 or 8 years. And you know what I'm saying, and people that he invited on the show. So I went and looked at the show where he calls it clearing the air. And he was like, hey, I'm just going to give you guys the floor and I'm going to let you guys talk or whatever. So Rory and Maul start talking back and forth, saying what it was for them. Maul kind of is a man after my own heart because he was like, hey bro, it's a respect thing for me, and respect is very high on my chart board. So I was like, I mean, the money is good, but I got to be able to get up and look myself in the face every morning. And if I feel like I'm allowing you to just disrespect me and handle me and all that, I can't do that. So I gotta be able to be like, yo, who the fuck you talking to, man? Like, like check yourself before so before we go somewhere else with it. And so they spent like 30 minutes going over that. And then when they gave it to they was like, oh, so what do you think? He was like, nope, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna pass it to somebody else. So then he passed it on, to somebody else. But when he did begin to kind of talk, it was more in a defensive way. It's like, you guys don't know what it's like. You know what I'm saying? I've been working on this my whole life. No, you wasn't.
You can't
When
lose
when
your
when you
words. No,
when
you
you was
would.
making Pump It Up, you wasn't thinking about no goddamn Joe Budden podcast network. You was just trying to get on. Yeah, like what the fuck is you talking about, bro? Don't hit me with that. You know what I'm saying?
Madame said, "What about holding your professionalism?" I've just seen it, so I don't know if you're talking about this situation or the situation with the female. You know,
I'm talking about the female.
Okay, yeah, it's a way to be professional, whatever. But if you watch the podcast, it's not one of those atmospheres. Like, oh, so it's not that. Number two, you can tell a motherfucker to stop fucking playing with you in a nice way. Like, oh, yeah, we're not gonna go there. It's a way to do that, to shut something down. Without looking unprofessional or whatever. But you want to see, you took the brunt of all of this, and you took all of this abuse because you didn't want to seem like you was a Debbie Downer. Like, if you weren't checking for the dude, you ain't checking for the dude. That's me. I ain't boogieing with nobody unless I want to. But he do have a pattern of wilding out. He was finna fight the Migos too. Like I
remember that.
He got up and walked off the stage, and they was, what you want to do? What's his name? I don't know if it was Offset, but he pulled up his sleeves. They had to break them apart. And when they asked him why was he behaving that way, because he was like, well, I didn't want to do the show for them because they've been known not to give good interviews. So why the fuck you got him on the show? Is this something that you walked in, oh, we got the Migos today, let's go,
Yeah. I mean, and if you, like, he seemed, I'm going to tell you that interview that I'm speaking about, he seemed very narcissistic. And the whole slaughterhouse thing, that was a whole nother thing. So if what I'm saying is, if the problem follows you everywhere, then you probably the problem. You know what I'm saying? And he took no accountability for, you know what I'm saying, whatever happened between him and his co-host or whatever, but his friends first. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were his friends first. And then and from what I understand, they were asking to see the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? What does the financials look like?
Transparent.
Yeah, what does the financials look like? And then he was like, why are you worried about the financials and all this other kind of stuff like that? So
I mean, it wasn't transparent, and they trying to operate a business. He doesn't want everybody to eat, they in a business to make money, but he trying to keep it to himself. Like, I did see that, but I didn't think that was, I thought you was talking about this the sexual assault stuff or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's crazy. And the thing that gets me about that, man, is, you know what I'm saying, like, black women always you know what I'm saying, they in such a place where they feel like they have to cater. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, well, I gotta, and it could be for hundreds of reasons. I don't want to be that black woman, or I don't want anybody to think I'm a diva, you know what I'm saying, or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? When it's just, I mean, Joe Budden? Like, at some point, it just there has to be a line. There's got to be a point where you say, hey, bro, no, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, this is the line, and you playing with it. Like, don't play with me like that. You know what I'm saying? And check, you know what I'm saying, people who need to get checked, or else it might be, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying, Mel? He is very narcissistic. And if Mel, if you seen that interview, I mean, it's on full display. He never takes accountability for his part. You know what I'm saying? And all he does is just kind of like point the finger at them two and say, well, y'all were the problem, whatever. And I know if we were supposed to be boys,
like real snap, like even.
But that's, but even if you catch that,
make you get punched in your face.
Right. So if you try to be slick with me, that's gonna piss me off even more than if you just was blunt. It was like, nigga, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? That would, if you said that, then I'd be like, okay, it is what it is. But if you try to be like slick with it, that would just piss me off even more. And you can tell, you know what I'm saying, a lot of the time, or when he was, speaking to them on that show in particular, he just was like very dismissive, you know what I'm saying, of them, you know what I'm saying, and how they felt, about the situation. First of all, it's hard for grown men to be talking about how they feel anyway. And then when we do, if you're trying to slight it like it ain't nothing, then I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I'm violated because I done messed around and got vulnerable, and you out here punking me or some shit, you know what I'm saying? So,
I do that anyway, like, you, man. Then you got nothing to do with me. Your problem is within yourself. You need to go check yourself.
You hear me?
Come back when you put your big boy drawers on, because you done put them little fruity balloon tighty whities on. Go get, or you might have been in my drawer. Get out my drawer, take my panties off, and when you're ready to talk, we can do this. But you know, I that's like I'm saying, like, I don't know, like he said, I saw the clearing the air episode, but just the part where Rory and Maul spoke. But I saw the episode when Joe fired them. That was foul. Yeah, it's a way to do things.
Fact. And
you know,
especially if you're supposed to be
public discipline and private. If you had a problem with them as a man and as a professional or as a somebody that's working on something that they have a passion for, they're going to make sure that the people who was helping them behind the scenes and everything else feel appreciated, because when somebody feel appreciated, you're going to get more. You get more from with sugar than shit. So if you on air trying to carry me like I ain't who I am, and I ain't this, and I ain't behind the scenes, and I ain't the one that's holding you up with my hands while you talk to the people. Nah, we ain't gonna do that. We not.
See, and like and even in that episode, specifically, when he was talking about Maul and Rory, he was like, I don't even see how you ride with Rory. Like, forget him. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? I don't even see why you ride with him. Like, I mean, like he was real. This is the thing right here, right? So it's like if so let's say somebody come to us and they offer us a bag. Hey, look, we want y'all to be on Spotify or whatever. We're gonna give y'all the, saying, this what y'all gonna do, saying, as far as the bag. So we say, yeah, bet, I'm saying, we're gonna do it. And then when we have our lawyers talk, we figure out what the percentage is gonna be, how we gonna, pay for, sponsorship, who gonna pay for this, who gonna pay for that, whatever, right? So all of the expenses, they pay together. So that means whatever the expenses are, me and you pay those expenses together.
Like the trucking company, you split it 50-50.
Right. Then the profit, whatever the profit is, we split that 50-50.
Okay.
Right? But the company that we working for or under was your company. You recommended them, like, yo, this is who we gonna use. So I'm like, oh yeah, cool. I don't care who we use. You know what I'm saying? Blah blah. Hey, what the financials look like? And then every time I bring the financials up, you be like, yo, man, what is you doing? You know what I'm saying? Blah blah blah. Of course, nigga, that's a red flag.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Flag on the play. What are we doing? I'm like, you know what I'm saying? But to me, that's them. They are friends. That's what's getting me. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like this. It's just a money grab. They were friends for 15 plus years. Him and Maul, at least. Rory, like I said, him and Rory have been friends about 7-8 years.
But things go sour. Anytime money come into play, character comes into play too. And you really get to see who a person is when that bag talking.
Yeah.
So, of course they can be friends and, kick it together, mess with females and money. I take that back. Both of them come into play. You get to see what you're dealing with. You got the dude that want to pull out money out of his pocket that been in there in them pants that he had on the last 3 days, hitting lips or whatever. But when the females come around, you got to pull it out to make sure it's all there. Like, So yeah, females and money. Anytime a bag come into play, money come into play, it's gonna get messy. Especially if y'all ain't on the same team. Or
right. But then see, I'm saying that what Maul was saying was it's about respect. And then he asked Joe, do you think your friends owe you do you think you owe your friends respect? And he was like, I don't owe my friends anything. He was like, not even your friends. You don't think you owe respect to your friends? He was like, no, I don't think I owe them. I don't think I owe my friends. Any. That's fam. If you don't think you owe me respect, then we can't be friends, right? We cannot be friends. It's just not going, work out like that. So yeah, I mean, when Maul say, well, lawyers' contracts are involved, friends can't have that money convo. Your lawyer needs to talk to my lawyer. They were out of bounds asking Joe. I don't necessarily think so. I don't necessarily think so.
Is it even that point, or did they have a contract with lawyers? You know what I mean? Like, what was said? Granted,
but they did have lawyers. They did have lawyers involved to work out the percentages and everything.
Yes,
the issue came when
to produce.
So let's say
like we finna do with my dude baby mama.
Let's say like I said again, like me and you, we get this, we get this thing, blah blah blah. They offer us some money. but like I said, we still got to go to you for. I still got to come to you for the financials. So I say, yo, Pete, what's
This
up?
don't make no sense.
Let me see the financials.
All of this money, and y'all don't got an accountant.
They do. They got an accountant, lawyer, and all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I get it then. So why the fuck is you asking me where the money going? If like now when you think about it like that, is you trying to say I'm stealing from y'all? Like, yeah, I have a problem too, man.
No.
What are you saying then? If all of these people, if it's all these buffers between us and the money, and we paying people to do this, why do we have to have a conversation about some money? Like, we ain't the professionals. We doing our part. You playing your part, he playing his part, I'm playing you the face. We get it. Let's go. Now when you get to talking about numbers, why do they feel like they needed to ask Joe if it's all these people in place?
It don't matter. That's what I'm saying. It don't matter. Let me tell you why. So when you came to me and you was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? What's up with let me see the financials. I'm gonna be like, yo, why the fuck you asking me about the financials?
First of all, I would just agree in the
I know you not, but I'm just saying hypothetically. You know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah.
I ain't gonna do that because number one, you gotta produce financial statements. You know, if y'all splitting everything, you know, there's nothing to tell you why this amount is hitting your account. Right. You know, this amount was lawyer fees. This amount is for FCC. You know, like, yeah.
I'm not saying that the lawyers don't know, right? Mm-hmm. I'm just saying that when they went to him, and I don't know, you know what I'm saying, how it works. So what they said was that they were supposed to be given the financials every quarter.
That's
right.
Sounds right.
Okay, understood that. So let's say it's month 2 of the quarter, and instead of waiting until the end of the quarter, I'll be like, yo, I want to see the Jones now. Then and let's say you.
That ain't what I do. I'm on here. I'm pure entertainment. You want to talk numbers? You talk to the motherfuckers we paying for them. Call your lawyer. You called them when it was time to get in this contract. Don't come at me about numbers.
Hey,
why would I know and they don't know?
Peaches, when we get syndicated, I'm gonna make sure that I ask you directly where the financials at.
You know, and they supposed to be published, and they should be kind of public record, you know. So yeah, why I'm calling you? We here. This the face. You know, it's gonna be a lot of things behind the scenes. Don't come ask me about no motherfucking money. You got what the fuck in your bank account, just like me. I ain't gonna explain mine. I ain't gonna explain yours. You know, if it's people in place for this, you called in the wrong person. Well, who the fuck you called when it was time for us to sign a contract? He didn't use your lawyer. He used his own, right?
Right.
So nah, I get it now. When you look at it that way.
No, I still don't get it. I still don't get it.
Why Joe supposed to know more about the money than him?
I still don't get it.
Why? If they partners or whatever, why is he getting some information that them two aren't privy to?
It's the Joe Budden Podcast Network.
Okay. So, and he the face of it.
Right.
He ain't no motherfucking engineer. He ain't none of that.
No, they pay people to do all that. Hey, but if I say, yo, what's up with what the financials looking like? Hey, then why wouldn't you just say, hey man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, talk to your lawyer. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Hey, why would you first of all, if you can see, first of all, Joe, his actions speak for itself. I can understand what you're saying about, yo, you should, you know what I'm saying, like, call, because I probably would have did the same thing, like, yo, hit me up with the financials, you know what I'm saying? I probably would call my lawyer, yo, hit me with the financials, let me see what they're talking about right there. But at the same time, if I asked you and you spaz out, I'm like, yo, what you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit a little fishy. Like, if you're going all hard like that, when I ask you about financials, then, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit don't sit right with me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's the problem? Why you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Problem. Mel said it's kind of like an NDA for a settlement. I guess Spotify don't want other potential podcasts to ask for the same bag during negotiations. Don't have shit to do with what I'm asking you when I say what's up with the financials.
Hey,
because from what they said was that Joe was getting shit on the side, like other types of endorsements for himself, minus whatever. That was supposed to be a partnership. And even they said, now listen, they said that on their own podcast. They said that on their own podcast that they were not employees, that they were partners. not employees of Joe.
Alvin, Simon, and Theodore is too, but Alvin the Star.
Yeah, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this shit could be called Peaches Podcast. No. I don't care. Just as long as my money's straight.
Yeah, but Joe told him I'm Alvin and y'all the Chipmunks. Y'all knew what the fuck y'all signed up for. You know, now get back there and sing back up, and we gonna get this bag.
Oh man.
He said that Joe couldn't disclose the bottom line. It was in the contract. Okay. So it was a way to say that or whatever. I'm thinking that it got to that point because this was a topic that came up more than once.
It was. They said it was something that was carrying over for months. This is what my point. Y'all missing the point. My point is it's supposed to be your people. If this is my man's, I'm gonna do everything I can to salvage our friendship. I'm gonna be like, yo, fam, like the contract says A, B, and C. If you want to dispute that or whatever, then you got to go talk to your lawyer, bro. I can't tell you that.
How you know that didn't happen first?
Because they said it didn't happen first. And Joe agreed. He even said, yeah, you're right. That didn't happen.
Yeah, but my thing is, why y'all grown? I don't tell you when, hey, wake up and go pee because you finna piss in the bed. Nigga, you get your ass up and go pee. You know, hey, wake up. It's time for the show. You're like, nah, I ain't holding your hand. Like, they on Spotify. You know, they all getting something. Spotify getting the most, but you know.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, but yeah, it's when you look at it from that series, like every time we have a conversation, but we trying to sit back and drink our motherfucker. What you say was sponsored by Crown Vanilla?
Crown Royal.
We trying to kick back and chill and do the show. You keep asking me about some motherfucking money. I told you get the fuck out my face too much to know about.
Hey, but look here, Mel, they already knew that. They're like, yo, bro, we already know, you know what I'm talking about, what time it is. We know you are the face of the show. You know what I'm saying? You lead, huh?
He carry it. Joe is the way he is or whatever. I feel like a lot of things be scripted. And he's an asshole because he's always been one. He's always been a well-spoken and an asshole. And that's what they pay, why Spotify paying him.
Right.
You know? So we notice what's the problem? Like, besides, I don't know where your money at. You know, I ain't cutting your check.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else cut them. You know, my shit hit my account. Your shit hit your account.
Hey, here go the thing. Joe Budden is the one who got on, who let his emotions take over and got on live podcast and told Rory that he was fired.
Yeah, that was because it wasn't about that. It was something about the sound.
He told the man he was in breach of contract and that I'm gonna tell you something, bro.
Yeah.
If I'm on the same principle.
Podcast they just started? No. What the fuck? Why would I watch them for what?
No, I didn't watch the Joe Budden podcast. I didn't watch the Joe Budden podcast.
I did watch Jeezy's though. And
the only one I watched was the one where he had Charlamagne the God on it. That's the only one I watched. I never watched any of them podcasts.
Oh, that would have been good. I'm gonna go Google it.
I never watched that. On some reels, if the two co-hosts help that show pop, then Joe should take care of them. That's janky and bad business. But at the same time, the other cats should have established the money from the jump.
Yeah.
Hey man. Hey Mar. Look. Hey Mar. If you haven't seen it, what I want you to do is I want you to first go watch that Joe Budden podcast called Clearing the Air. And then after that, when Rory and Marla are on another podcast where they kind of like just explaining how the whole thing went, right? I don't give a fuck what nobody say. When you look at that Clearing the Air podcast, you're going to say to yourself, Joe Budden is a narcissistic asshole.
But I'm telling you. Why we don't need to know? We don't need to look at Clearing the Air to know he's a narcissistic asshole. He been stamped that for years. Like what we don't need to come between that.
Hey Mel, I do keep saying I'm gonna watch this one, but I just don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a, like I said, I'm not a fan. Hey, Kevin Samuels, my man though. Kevin Samuels, my man though.
Kevin Samuels is Becky with the good hair too.
Y'all mad at Kevin because he be telling y'all the truth. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, look, y'all don't like the truth. The truth hurts.
You know, you seen what he looked like. The truth from him is always going to be distorted. He got the body of a 12-year-old schoolboy. He got a perm in his fucking head. His glasses is ugly.
You a hater.
You know.
You a hater. That's all that is. You an absolute hater. Kevin says be telling y'all the truth. Y'all don't want to know what the truth is. He be telling y'all don't know what the hell y'all want. Just the same thing I be telling you. You don't know what you want. You hear me?
I know you don't either. You just wake up, y'all fuck up. Talking about you, we don't know what we want. Y'all don't either. Y'all have had a whole thing y'all want. Fuck off. They leave you alone. Now you can't sleep, and you ran past the house checking to see if it's another car in your you know y'all don't know what y'all want. Y'all done had your whole perfect. We was just talking about this.
Mel Wall was stupid. First of all, hey Peter, stop acting like you know. You already know that women don't know what the hell they want. It's a proven fact.
I know I want a bag. The rest of it is you know, everything else but y'all don't either. Y'all are having and be like, oh shit, I done went around the corner the whole time. Now you over here stalking her because she didn't talk fucking with you because you fucked up. You know what I mean? Now you gotta y'all do the same thing. Men don't know what they want either. That's why y'all be having especially them white men. That's why you got Hugh Hefner ass. He know what he want, but he want a lot of it. You know.
Hey, Mel, you right, bud. Kevin Samuels and Kwame Brown, the best thing on the YouTube right now. I'm telling you. Black on it. We a close second. That's right. But Kwame Brown got the internet on fire right now, bro. If you have not seen this boy, y'all need to make it your business to see this dude react to the stuff that Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson been saying. That boy is hilarious. You hear me?
But you don't feel like even right now, we wouldn't even know who Joe Budden's two people is that's starting this podcast. So
I don't rock with the Joe Budden podcast, period. So it don't even matter.
But we talking about, are y'all gonna watch the one that they started? Them two. We don't even know them. They still
I don't even know them. Yeah, I don't. So
I mean, still trying to ride his coattail. They still trying to capitalize off of the drama that happened with Joe Budden's. Oh fuck you, we gonna start our own. Like nah.
Rory already had some stuff going on with something with Palooza.
Them motherfuckers gonna be like Destiny Child when Beyonce left.
Stuck.
As fuck, you know.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm Beyonce.
Hey, facts. See, Mar be paying attention. Kevin Samuels keep it a buck with men and women. Everybody get the business.
Samuels capitalized off the fact that just like he told that boy, when he said you got a big, you know what? And he was like, what do you mean? I mean, it ain't, if your thing big or not, like he capitalized off of humiliating and belittling people.
That's not humiliating. That's not humiliating. First of all, this is the thing. At this point in time, if you're a female and you calling in the Kevin Samuels show, you already know what time it is.
Yes.
So I feel nothing for you at all.
As far as I'm concerned, with Kevin Samuel, granted, he got his bag, but that ain't enough to keep, it's 2021. Who around the world, But anyway.
I wouldn't check. I wouldn't check. This boy almost worth $2 million.
Yeah. He would still have to come and put his what you got, sit the thing on the table, pull it out. Because you talk big shit, you better back it up, sit it on the table. Now,
hey, you know what, Damon? Hey, look, Damon, I usually agree with you. Damon, I usually agree with you. I disagree on this. I disagree. First of all, somebody has to present those insecurities to you in order for you to capitalize. Two, I don't think he necessarily downgrades or talks down to women. I just think he telling what the shit that people be wanting to say.
White people on his show?
Say what?
You seen some white people on his show?
Come on now. We all know that there's some shows that just, you know what I'm saying? White people just don't rock with.
Yeah. So, my thing is Kevin Samuel giving them motherfuckers something to say, oh yeah, look at them with all they chicken cluck ass females. And he motherfucking Candace Owens. Fuck out of here.
You all the way wrong. You all the way wrong. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, I'm telling you, call Kevin Samuels yourself. You know what I'm talking about? So he can tell you what it is. He can tell you that women don't know what the hell they want.
I didn't think that though.
Huh? Look at this, Kevin. Going. You hear me? You hear me? You hear me?
Where's his girl?
I seen her.
What's Kevin Samuels' girl at?
I seen as a little lady.
Where's she?
She bad.
Yeah. To him. Until what? What y'all say? What you say? Show me a bad bitch, I'll show you a nigga that's tired of fucking her, right?
Twice on Sunday, facts. that's a fact.
Like, so my thing is, like, you gotta take it what it is. Like, if he was if his delivery wasn't the way it was, he wouldn't get the following. He found his niche and he stuck with it.
He been doing that for years before we knew of him. The only thing that happened was he told that lady that she was not or when the woman got on there and said she was a 5.
He said, I can't attack the messenger.
Yeah, you can't.
What's your opinion on the message? I mean, no, so I've watched some of his stuff, and he do be on the money. I'm not gonna take that from him or whatever, but it's a such thing. If that was somebody's husband or their brother and they was doing that, y'all would say that they was mentally abusing them. They will be part of the Me Too. He mentally abused me. But because he got a platform and it's Kevin Samuels, it's not abuse. It's not tearing that woman down. It's not.
I'm gonna tell you why I don't think it is. And how I feel about, what I'm saying, black women. What I'm saying, I'm all for them. What I'm talking about. If you call,
you get what you get. You gonna get whatever the fuck. Get out the car. I get that. So my thing is, like everything else, it don't breathe. It's not gonna live if you don't breathe life into it.
Facts.
So
facts. But that's out the same mouth, you could say that the black church takes advantage of black women.
I said that last week.
You agree?
You seen my post? I said if I find out my grandma and my mama giving Reverend Ronnie Love all they motherfucking Social Security checks like Martin mama, it's gonna be a problem. Yeah,
I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying?
Big pimping sis, big pimping.
Like I said, Candace Owens, I don't necessarily rock with her, but every now and then she says she drops some jewels.
Yeah.
Kevin Samuels, the only thing that I hear that people be talking about with Kevin Samuels is the way he delivered the message. And if you can't take the way to deliver the message, don't call into the damn show. People only get hot because we make them hot.
Yeah, but you seen Kevin Samuels?
I seen him on the internet.
Yeah, that motherfucker smacked. So he's putting his transgressions off on everybody else.
Facts. Hey, read what Mel just said.
Yeah, but my thing is, Kevin Samuels, he ain't big. He probably used to get beat up. He had to get wealthy to get some ass because ain't nobody voluntarily giving Kevin Samuels no ass.
Kevin Samuels knocking him down left and right now. He said so.
Yeah, my thing. Of course he gonna say that. That makes sense. But LGBT with all them rest of them letters, they say he's a punk. That's y'all savior.
So because that's what's said. That's supposed to be gospel. Where are the receipts?
His mouth is
where are the receipts? You know what I'm saying? The women always have receipts. Where the receipts at? If that's the case, where the receipts at?
He said, "Have y'all seen him agree with any woman on his show?"
I have. Yes, I have.
When?
Yes, I have.
I don't really watch his show. I only see the ones that somebody attacked me or supported. No.
Yeah, so he had this lady on his show last week, who was definitely who was unfit to be a mother, and he was telling her, "Hey, look, you know what I'm saying? Like, what I think is that you need to just focus more on yourself, try and get yourself, you know what I'm saying, together first before you try to go out here and try to be satisfying, you know what I'm saying, some man or falling under the demands of what some high value man, you know what I'm saying, might want." He said, "I think you would serve yourself better to just get yourself together first before you try going on to something else." There was another woman. You know how he be telling them, "Hey, rate yourself from 1 to 10, but you can't use 7."
Yeah, he said to give your kids away. That's good.
Hey, you say what?
He told him to
did you hear what she said? Did you hear what she said? She probably is an unfit mother.
Like, I have no desire because when I look at him, I already he wouldn't be somebody.
So you got a problem with the messenger and not the message.
Nah. So my thing is this: Kevin Samuels is good for talk radio, like a Steve Harvey Morning show or something. Ricky's not. Y'all don't see them; you just hear them. Right. But when Kevin Samuels, when you see him, This shit ain't making sense. You
You
stop playing.
you just mad because it's not the type of dude that you would want to hear say some shit.
He gotta walk in there in his suit with his goddamn bank statement.
You wilding all the way out. If y'all seen damn, there's another chick. She does a show. It's called Unwind with Tasha K. You ever seen this?
But I'm on this stuff with Man Down podcast and Dane. I didn't see this post that whatever he said or whatever he said. How was telling the truth bad for Black women because they have been beat down enough? Call in, Dame, because I don't know how we done been bullshitting the whole show. It's 8:00.
Okay, seriously. We've been sitting here shooting the shit the whole time. We did nothing that we said we was going to do.
Like I said, he's talk radio. He never show his face.
And man, you say what you want to say, man. He be dropping jewels.
A heavy coat on a hanger.
Yeah, he be dropping jewels sometimes, man. You know what I'm talking about?
You know, the ones that I listened to, like I understood some of the points that he was making or whatever. But at the end of the day, like I said, it's about, he said, don't shoot the messenger. So who's putting this in his head? Anything that we do, a lot of times when we speak and we have an opinion, is based off of our life experiences. And I go back to what you said. Y'all seen Kevin Samuels?
Hold up, we got Dame. Go ahead, Dame.
Hey, honestly, it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Okay.
Kevin Samuels talking a lot, but he showed no real credentials for himself. So until you could provide some credentials about where you at and what status you on, I don't think you really have the right to judge about who like who and how and what they feel about them. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
When you talking to anybody, you lead with respect. His whole play is off being disrespectful because when we embarrass each other, we find that shit to be funny. Even when we make a fool of ourselves, for some reason in Black America, that's funny because you keeping it real. But at the end of the day, you destroying what other people think about us because we want to keep it real with each other. So yeah, I don't mess with Buddy, man. It ain't what you say is how you say it.
All right. So, and here go the question. So, if how should he say it, and what type of credentials does he need to show to be giving this advice to Black women?
First off, like I said,
I'm not talking. I'm talking to Dave. You about to black out already? Look at you.
I already said it. You seen Kevin Samuels?
Go ahead, Dave.
Do his shit from a black screen.
I had to go upstairs. I've been watching it on my TV, and that shit is
super loud. Okay, I said so. Yeah. How should he say it first and foremost, and then two, dang, I forgot what the second one was. What was the second question, Peach?
Well, first of all, I guess you can't even be mad at Kevin Samuels because people calling in for a reason. So if they want to set themselves up to be talked to as if how they feel or who they are don't matter, then that's what they call in for. Right. A lot of people just call in and accept exposure just to get a little bit of media time.
Right.
And if he was talking to the white race, he was talking to Asians, people wouldn't think it was funny.
Right.
So because he's talking to Black women, he got a lot of hype around it because now it's true. We always, and this is a psychological manipulation we've been going through as a Black community for a long time. That's why we have slogans like slanted eyes or Becky with the good hair and so on and so forth. We've been actually beating ourselves down as a Black community growing up. The Black girl with the big lips.
Right.
Or the Black girl with the nappy hair. It's just another one of them elements, another one of those situations of you aren't good enough, so you don't need to act like you're good enough to compete with everybody else because you don't look a certain way. So you don't deserve this, you don't deserve that because you don't look the code of what white America or Asian America or Hispanic America actually supposed to look like. What is considered a beautiful woman?
Well, that's going to all of that is objective. Just like the advice he gives is objective. And my second thing that I wanted to ask was, what credentials does he need to present in order to give this advice to, women in general?
Do he consider himself a relationship?
You need to have is before you could tell me how to get to the mountaintop, you need to be able to show that you're on the mountaintop. And he doesn't present the challenge. His show is about talk, and it's about exactly how people actually take what he says. But what type of things that he have going on in his life that makes him qualified to talk about what another person should have or not have?
All right, let me let everybody know for just conversation's sake. What Kevin Samuels is an image consultant. That's right. What he is. He's never claimed to be a relationship guru. We gave him that name because of that's what brought him to prominence. So he's got to play to what brought him to prominence, which is, talking to women about, what high value men are looking for and how, what I'm saying, and just and but to be honest, I also like the fact that he kind of doesn't dismiss black men, period. He shines a positive light on black men and masculinity, so rather than, shooting us down like everybody else do on every other channel. Whoever Erica is, hold on and call back. Go ahead, Dane.
I can agree with that. Where he does provide a little bit of legitimacy, and like I said, I can't blame dude because he wouldn't have any power if people didn't necessarily call in.
Exactly.
And what the hell is a image consultant? I ain't never seen that. I don't know. That's a certification or something.
Okay,
what the hell is that?
So I went to his when me and Peaches was talking about doing the show on him before, I went and looked him up and did all of the research or whatnot. So he is an image consultant. He is worth almost $2 million. And what the image consulting does, he deals more with men mostly, and cleaning up their image for kind of like corporate level positions. So he deals mostly with like C-level individuals.
We need to have a show on it because I want to do some motherfucking research.
Hey.
This is a nice topic. I don't believe in tearing somebody else down in order to build up somebody else.
Dame, you already know how to get in contact with Peaches. You do that, and we'll have a show on.
Yeah, we're gonna have fun with this one. I know you got another call coming on the line, but this is gonna be a great conversation.
No doubt.
All right, bro.
All right, my brother.
He's so intelligent, ain't he?
Yeah, I love it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I love it. Black men, long as we, you know what I'm talking about? Whenever we represent it well, I'm with it.
Yeah.
Whenever we represent it. We got another caller. Hold on. Go ahead.
Hey, what's up, big dog?
Oh, what up?
So can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. Hey, call back. Wait till after we get finished here and then call back. Go ahead, Mel.
Yo, hey, what's up, Peaches? How you doing?
Hello.
So, I can't hear what she said.
She said hello.
Oh, okay. All right. So I just heard Damon call, and heard him explain why he felt like, he don't have a leg to stand on. I'm talking about Kevin Samuels. He don't have a leg to stand on because he don't have the credentials, or he felt like he's not on the mountaintop. I'm not sure what all that means, but what I would like to do though is just take Kevin Samuels out of the equation and just take what he's saying and let's examine that. Is what he's saying true, right? So I can care less what your credentials are, because if you can have all the credentials in the world and come out and tell some flat out lies, it's not going to help nobody.
The stock market.
Well, on the other end of the spectrum, no one questioned Steve Harvey's credentials when he wrote "Act Like a Man," "Think Like a Man, Act Like a Lady," or whatever.
Yeah.
And I did. Steve Harvey from Cleveland, and he's how many times he been married?
No man watches Dr. Phil to learn anything about women.
At all.
All women watching it, right? So, and he has the credentials. So you got two people, one with credentials that's all about women that ain't good, and then one without credentials that's all about women that no one has a problem with. So, I think that's real that for that question, Kevin. So, I want to say that, but if you examine exactly what he's saying, there's nothing wrong with what he's saying. And that's what I want to get to when we had this conversation about him. Let's stop talking about Kevin's personal life and background. whether he's ugly or not, or what his woman looks like, or what his credentials are, right? Let's just say, hey,
right.
what he's saying true, then we can have a conversation. So what do you say to that?
I'm saying that some of the stuff that he's saying is true. Some of it is not, and it's insignificant, and he be totally off the mark, especially
Oh,
when
you just answer right now.
especially like when the majority of the women today are turning the tables, you know. So Kevin Samuels really pretty much don't get to pick who he want, because a woman of his stature and of his level don't want him.
How you know that?
Who would?
You would not, obviously, but you know what I'm saying? Somebody would.
I'm just saying, like, but the woman
You got kids, you know that. You got kids.
And yeah, and he left them, and he don't want to get in a relationship with women with kids, and he already got some, and he was a stepdaddy, you know. So you know, but my thing is like, I lost my train of thought. Like, women of his stature want him. He gotta go find the little young girls that kicking down his door.
Yeah.
Yeah, they see a bag. You know, they don't see a man that's gonna uplift them and build them and make them a better woman. They see a man that anytime that they not moving to his beat of the drum, he's gonna tear them down.
Hold on for a minute. Yeah, but so it's cool for a woman to just want a man for a bag, but it's not cool for a man to just want a woman for whatever reason he wants.
No, you have the ability to pick who you want. I deal with
exactly. That's exactly my point. I'm glad you said that. Uncle on the phone. What up,
Hey, what's up, y'all?
What you got to say?
Keep doing what y'all do. But this Kevin Samuels dude, I seen him one time. Well, yeah, I seen his podcast one time, and he had this girl on there. And, you know, she was in her 20s or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And she actually had a life. But he made her feel so bad that from the perspective I was looking at, either she was going to go and commit suicide or she would have been his hope.
Right.
He the biggest pimp. That's the old school, what he uses old school tactics in the 70s, you know, to get women to pimp. You know what I'm saying? If I had his podcast, I'd be the biggest pimp in America right about now. Because he be putting their ass down like a motherfucker. Now, some things, a lot of things, what he say, you know, is degrading. You know what I'm saying? But I do love the way that he uplifts men. And he gives men a different perspective, you know, as far as our community is concerned, because we are downtrodden.
Facts.
We downtrodden. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I commend them for that. But not no but. In saying all that, I wish I was his ass, because I'd be a pimp and I'm going.
Peace up. Hey, here go the thing. I'm gonna tell you something. This is a real story. I'm gonna tell you a real story. When I was younger, I was messing with a female, right? And then my boy, you know what I'm saying, you know, ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. So I was like, yo, you got somebody, you know what I'm saying, for my man or whatnot. So she's like, yeah, I got a cousin, you know what I'm saying, blah, 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 right? All right. So we go to the spot one day. The chick I'm talking to is there, her cousin is there. My boys, you know what I'm saying, swoop through, everything go as planned. It's gravy train, right? Now, come to find out, this chick has an ex-boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? And this boyfriend used to beat her ass. So we over there, you know what I'm saying, chilling one day, you know what I'm saying, blah, 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 this, that, the boyfriend comes, the ex-boyfriend comes to the door, banging on, you know what I'm saying, bitch, you better come out here and everything. I know you in there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he wilding, you know what I'm saying, blah, 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 right? So I'm like, so they scared, like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying, what we gonna do? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, shit, open the door. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Open the door.
Bust to the white meat.
Yeah, bust, open the door. So he, you know what I'm saying, we open the door, we, you know, he see us, we chilling. You know, hey, what's cracking, Captain? You know what I'm saying, or whatever, right? So, you know, he's, oh, you niggas better get the fuck out of here, you know what I'm saying, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. So I'm like, okay, and what? What if we don't? You know what I'm saying? You can either move or get moved. So, of course, you know what I'm saying, you know, it go down, buddy get, you know what I'm saying, some lumps, and he going about his business, or whatever. So 2 weeks later, when we tried to, you know what I'm saying, go over there, you know, whatever, the female who I'm talking to was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, coming through. She was like, hey, but tell, you know, such and such don't come through, you know what I'm saying, this time. I'm like, why not? She was like, oh, you know, because, you know, my cousin, she went back to her boyfriend. I was like, oh,
Goofy.
you know what I'm saying? All right. So now we look like fools. That's how I took it. I was like, oh, we played ourselves.
Beat this dude up and she went right back. But that's the goofy stuff that I be talking about.
We played ourselves, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying, it's a protection thing. Like, hey, man, this ain't what you do. Plus, we was brought up in that era where you hit girls, you get, you know what I'm saying, knocked off. So yeah, but she went right back to him. So like I that's never left my mind. And that taught me a lesson then. Like, yo, I'm not gonna be the one out here, you know what I'm saying, doing all this extra when females already have their mind made up.
Yeah, you out here being Captain Save a Hoe.
Yeah, no, that ain't gonna happen.
No, we gonna you gotta change that little name on your shirt. You gotta put Captain Kirk up there now.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Like that can't happen. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like,
yeah,
that ain't gonna be the deal. So you know what I'm saying? It was what it was, man. But look, we're gonna shut this thing down. Hey, Dane, we definitely gonna get, you know what I'm saying, together, man. Well, you know what I'm saying, we'll have this conversation. I've been wanting to have this conversation anyway because I've been telling Shonda Peaches that women do not know what they want, you know what I'm talking about. So we're gonna you know what I'm saying, we're gonna pick a day. We're gonna have that conversation.
Okay. Yeah, do that. See that what Dame say? Do that.
Man down, have your wife or sister call in to Kevin Samuels, hear his opinion, and see if he's still so on point.
You gonna want to fight.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm a savage type of dude, and if what he's saying is the truth, especially if it's something that I done already told you, I'm gonna look at you like,
nah, you ain't finna say what if you thinking that you don't act
no,
like
no, I don't think nothing. I say if you
it's a way your delivery ain't like that. And my thing is this, like you protective for your girl.
You know,
ain't nobody disrespect here.
No, of course ain't nobody gonna disrespect here. Of course not. We're not playing them type of games. You know what I'm saying? What is our ass doing on the phone talking to Kevin Samuels in the first place?
Cause you say what the fuck you want to, so she need a stamp. So she finna call Kevin Samuels to get whatever you tell her don't matter. Let him tell it to her and have his hand trump tight, straight spades and kill her. You know. then see how y'all conversations are after that. You know, see how she hold her head after that. You know.
Hey man, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna probably say that's what your ass get. You shouldn't have called up there in the first damn place.
You make me sick, boy. I ain't saying it's true, but you shouldn't have called. You know what the fuck you was getting.
You knew what the hell you was doing. You hear me? Hey Mel, we'll let you know when we gonna talk about that on the show, man. So we can have you on as a guest, bro. You know what I'm saying? So we can even this thing out, bro. All right. Hey man, that's it, man. That's all we got for y'all tonight, man. We went a little bit over, but it's all good. We ain't even get to what we were supposed to talk about. You know what I'm talking about? But that's cool. I appreciate everybody tuning in. I appreciate the engagement. You know what I'm saying? So Peaches, you got anything you want to say?
No, appreciate everybody for showing up every week, especially our consistent guests. Everybody else, make sure y'all go on YouTube and like and share that one so to get our numbers up. We good on Facebook.
Yeah. We close to hitting 1,000 on Facebook. We ain't even at 100 on.
I ain't even logged on that, so I ain't even.
We ain't even at 100 on YouTube. So you know what I'm saying. Y'all make sure y'all go over there, hit that subscribe button, man. We surely appreciate it, man. Till next week, my boy.
Peace.
You hear me?
I don't hate, I motivate my people to elevate and rise above the fray to show God is great. Not blasphemous, but magnanimous, without any animus to show that they're fabulous. With a little bashfulness being the catalyst for adult learners to